Hi, Flexible Warriors. I'm Karen Dubs with FlexibleWarrior.com, and today we're going to do part 2 of the back hair sequence. So I'm just going to quickly take you through a sequence that you can either do with part 1 of back hair or on your own. Okay? First and foremost, we're going to talk a little bit about posture, the boring topic, but it's very important for taking care of your low back. So what I want you to do, I'm just going to turn it to the side for a second, is align your ears, shoulders, and hips. So you're sitting on the top of your sitting bones, and your spine is extended, your collarbone is open, your chest and heart are high. Okay? So this is just a very simple thing, but it's just so important because so much of what we do pulls us forward in a rounded position, which of course strains your low back. All right, so the open heart and the aligned spine is really important. So even as you're sitting there at your desk or computer, open your chest, lift your heart, and align your spine. Okay, a quick warm-up you can do is a seated cat and cow. So you're going to inhale, hands to the back of the knees, lift the chest, open the heart, pull yourself a little forward, and then as you exhale, you're going to round behind the tailbone, tuck the belly in, and you can slump forward, allowing your chin to fall to your chest. Okay, so just do that a few times on your own. So it's an inhale and an exhale. Again, if you're sitting on the floor, great, but you can do this seated in a chair as well. Okay, so one more time, inhale and exhale. Okay, just moving the spine, and then from that aligned spine position, you're going to take one hand across the opposite knee, take the other hand behind the tailbone, so it's a seated twist. You can look over your shoulder. It's really important to keep your heart high here as well. So you're twisting from a lengthened spine position. And then twist and take it the other way. So the hand comes out behind the tailbone, looking over the shoulder. And then just do that a few times to get the spine warmed up in this rotation. Okay, so switching and switching. Try to move with your breath here. So don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Okay, one more time for each side. And then I'm just going to turn and face you. We're just taking the spine through its different planes of motion. Okay, so sitting up tall again, we're going to take it to a lateral stretch over to the side, giving a little lateral flexion of the spine and openness to the sideways. Come up, reach, and then take it to the other side. And same thing with this one. We're going to just flow from side to side. So you're stretching, and come on up. And stretch to the other side, and come on up. We'll do one more on each side. Okay, this is a real easy warm-up range of motion for your spine. All right, from there, go ahead and come up. And I want you to lie down onto your back and do the same thing in a reclined position. So lie down onto your back. Okay, so you lift the rib cage up. You're extending the spine and opening the chest. And then as you pull the belly in, you're imprinting the spine and flattening the abdominal wall. Okay, that should feel good, a nice release on your low back. You can do that a few more times. You can also do this in a standing position against a wall. Okay, just flattening your low back into the wall. It's a nice way to release tension from the spine in the middle of the day. Okay, from here we're going to do a bridge pose. So hands come down. By your side, you're going to press down to your feet and lift up through your hips. And this is bridge pose. So you can take a few breaths there, breathing into the belly. And then lower back down. Again, I'm just quickly moving you from one thing to the next since we don't have a lot of time. Hands out wide. You can drop your knees to one side. This is your twist. Okay, so again, even though we're in a reclined position, we're going through the same movements that we did in the seated position. Okay, bringing the knees up to center, switching to the other side. Okay, and it's nice if you can repeat these twists in the bridge a few more times. So maybe, 2 or 3 sets of that would be a good idea. But we're going to move to the next thing so I can get you through the whole sequence. Bring your knees back up to center, picking your feet up from the floor, a nice easy knees to chest stretch, hugging the thighs close to the rib cage. It's a nice release for the low back. And then you can either push yourself to one side and up, or you can just rock and roll up, if that feels better for you. Okay? One last thing that we're going to talk about today is a heart opener, or a supported chest opener. Really, really good idea for athletes to do regularly. Because again, so much of what we do pulls us forward. Even when you're running, a lot of times we kind of run with the heart forward. So I always encourage people to run with a high heart. Sit with a high heart. Stand with a high heart. Sit at your computer with a high heart, okay? But one thing that you can do that's real easy is grab another yoga mat, a blanket. If you have a foam roller, I'll demonstrate with that. Even a little ball. So I'm going to grab a few little props here. And I'm going to show you a supported chest opener. And I would encourage you to do this a lot, like every day, if you can. Okay, you don't have to do anything. The props will do the work for you. So if you're using a mat, it comes to the base of the spine, and just make sure you lay your head back, that your head is on the roll so that you've got alignment in your spine. So this is it. You're just opening up the chest, okay, and let gravity kind of pull you down and stretch the front of the chest and the shoulder. That's the way to do it with a mat. You can use, again, a blanket. It's great. The more thick the roll is, the more you're going to feel it. A ball comes right between the shoulder blades, okay? This is a bender ball, so this is a nice tool to use too. When you lie back, again, the chest falls open and you just drop the back of the head back. There should be no tension on the neck at all. If you can stay here for like 2 or 3 minutes, that would be great. Okay, or if you have a foam roller, I would highly recommend it to invest in one of these. It's a great tool. Okay, so you can come up on it so that your tailbone is at the base of your spine. And then feet should be about hip distance apart so that you have stability there with the lower body. And then you just, again, fall open. If you have a ponytail in like I do, just make sure that it's not crunching up the back of your neck. Okay, so once you get into your supported chest opener, it would be a nice idea to stay for a little while. Again, ideally maybe like 2 minutes, something like that. You can stay longer if that feels really good for you. All right, so that's a real quick back care sequence. Again, I would encourage you to do that 2 to 3 times a week. And take care of your low back. Make sure that it's strong and flexible. So as much time as you put into straining the core and the front side of the body, make sure that you're equally training the back side of the body with back extensions and Superman exercise, that kind of good stuff as well. All right? Thank you very much for your energy. Let me know if you have any special requests. I'm happy to do that for you. And namaste.